Ask the Messengers, the program that deals with substance abuse, real people telling real stories. Hosted by Pastor Lester Lewis, co-host Charlize Wilkerson and Leroy Carey. Produced by David Humphreys. Where there is addiction, there is a chance for recovery. We're trying to help save lives on Ask the Messengers.
Welcome to this episode of Ask the Messengers. I am Pastor Lester Lewis, your host. This is our holiday edition. And on today's show, we've got some very special guests with us today. They're going to be talking about how we at Ask the Messengers are part of the community to help during this holiday season. One of our guests today is going to be Neighborhood Police Officer Tonda Owens from the Detroit Police Department. She is over and oversees the Bridging the Gap initiative for the city of Detroit. Plus, we have Mayor James Fouts talking about the opioid epidemic and what Warren is doing. Also with me, one of our partners with Ask the Messenger, Premier Supportive Services. And now we have with us Ashley Greasert, who's going to talk to us about a holiday initiative that we are involved with called Adopt a Child Toy Giveaway. Hey Ashley, how you doing?
All right, how you doing?
Good. Come on, tell us about what Ask the Messengers and Premier Supportive Services are doing with this Adopt a Child giveaway.
So this year we realized that a lot of times children get left behind in the recovery process. So we're going into the treatment centers and adopting the children of people who are in recovery right now.
This is basically us not just reporting on the fact that people are in recovery, but we're also trying to help these children because their Christmas is important as well.
Right. We're trying to, save a family tradition. Hopefully, kids, they miss their parents during the holidays, and parents also miss their children. And by being in recovery, they're not able to provide as they, normally would. So that's why we would like to step in and adopt those children and make sure that they have a gift for Christmas.
Okay. Now, can you tell our audience if there's someone who would like to donate anything, how they can do that?
If you would like to donate, you can contact me at 313-345-3668, or you can email me at agreasert.askthemessengers@gmail.com. Or you can also drop off anything to 17555 James Cousin, Suite 2.
That's right. So if you want to adopt one of the children whose parents is in recovery, you can do that. And also, one of the things that we were excited about with this is that it is a tax-deductible donation.
Oh, yes. Everything is tax-deductible. We're collecting gloves, hats, scarves, and toys for the small children, as well as if they want to make a monetary donation, the monies will be used to buy those items if didn't have enough in the drive.
All right. So now, can you give us some dates? What are the deadlines for these dates for people to turn things in and that kind of thing? So
the donation deadline is December 17th, and we'll be having a lunch at our facility at Greater Love Christian Center, 18400 Schaefer, December 21st between 1 and 3.
All right. So if anyone wants to give, the information has just been given. And again, we want you to know that Ask the Messengers is not just here just to give you information, but we're also to be part of the solution. So we look to see you on that Saturday. I hope you bring your kids out and have a great time with us. And in the spirit of the tradition that we hold near and dear here on Ask the Messengers, we have real people telling their real stories. Listen to these.
Hi, my name is Kirk Lewis. I'm a recovering addict. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my story. I grew up in a middle-class family. I'm the youngest of 4 children. But in my life, I grew up in a family where we didn't say I love you. We didn't really express it. I was one of them kids that looked at them TV shows like Leave It to Beaver, Fathers Know Best, and I thought that's the way families are supposed to be. They said they love them, they show love, but my family didn't do it. So because of that, I gravitated towards the street. At 9 years old, I was in after-hour joints. My very first role model was a pimp. He had 2 bodyguards and 4 hoes that he came to the after-hour joint every week with a briefcase full of money. And I said, I want to be just like him. Through that, I gravitated towards the street because I never got love at home or heard those words. I gravitated towards people that said, man, you all right. You a good guy. I want you to hang with me. And through that, I got introduced to the criminal world. I was sticking up at 10 years old, selling weed at 10 years old, slinging pills at 11 years old. And I thought nobody could tell me nothing because I was making money. Through that, in the 80s, I got introduced to selling cocaine. At that time, they called it crack. I made mega money doing that, but I gambled a lot of it away because my logic was money wasn't nothing. It wasn't but toilet tissue. I can get some more tomorrow. Through selling crack cocaine, one of my other addictions was women. And this young lady who was one of my customers, looked like she hadn't been using but a short period of time, I started lusting after. So I was trying to get with her for about 6 months. And then one day I was back in the back packing up the drugs, and one of my workers come back there and said, man, that lady want to talk to you. And I was so fascinated with this woman, and I gave her a couple packs of drugs. And I started asking her, why is you getting high off this stuff? And she said, you got to try it to understand. And me, myself, I thought I was one of them people that I could control anything. And because of that, I tried it with her. She said, you're not hitting it right. She told me how to hit it. And that first experience of that very first high, I was addicted. For quite some time, I was able to, I thought, control it, because I was able to smoke the drugs, buy my drugs, sell my drugs, and have money. But as it progressed, I thought about selling drugs less and getting high more. It got to the point when I got down to my last $1,000 worth of drugs, I told customers I was out. You know, and then it got to the point where I was going from buying drugs to getting drugs on consignment. And the end result was I ended up getting a gun put in my mouth because I didn't pay the guy what I got on assignment. Got ribs broke, hands broke, and all that through that drug world. I had a girlfriend that at that time I introduced to cocaine. Because of that, she got addicted, and I thought I didn't have no problem because I stopped on my own. I grew up also too going to the bowl now. I was a gambler. So because I was gambling a lot, I thought I was okay. I had really kind of backed away from the cocaine, and my addiction for gambling grew. But she was still getting high with the cocaine. So I thought she had a problem and she needed some help. So I ended up taking her to a treatment center, but she said the only way she would go get some help is if I went with her. So I got introduced to a 12-step program because I thought I was helping somebody else get help, and I didn't even know I needed help. Through that, I ended up staying in the program. She ended up going back and getting high. And that's how I got started with the 12-step program. I ended up going in and out for a while. Through the grace of God, I have 10 years clean today. Okay. Through the grace of God, I have a lot of ministries that I help people save their life. So that's where I'm at. I hope that for the young people out there, remember this: you can do better than you're doing. Thanks for letting me share.
Coming up, we're going to talk with neighborhood police officer Tonda Owens from the Detroit Police Department, who oversees the Bridging the Gap initiative. Also coming up, Mayor Fouts of Warren with who he feels are mostly at risk and how they are fighting the big drug companies and some possible solutions to the opioid epidemic. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Changing an addict's life and providing support to the addict's family is the goal of the Live Right Recovery Corp. The program offers free weekly yoga classes every Thursday and free automotive maintenance training every second and fourth Thursday. And on December 22nd, the Forgotten Harvest Food Bank will be available at 9 a.m. Live Right also accepts donations of cars, trucks, boats, and campers in any condition. For more information, go to their website at liverightstructurecorp.com or call 586-217-5899. Life's short. Live right. This holiday season, Ask the Messengers is teaming up with the Detroit Police Department Bridging the Gap Initiative 6th Annual Coat Giveaway. I'm here today with Neighborhood Police Officer Tonda Owens. Can you tell us about the initiative, the coat giveaway?
Yes, this year we're doing our 6th annual coat giveaway, Saturday, December the 15th, between the hours of 10 and 2. We're going to have it at the Detroit Metropolitan Police Department Training Center, which is located at 6050 Linwood. This year we've partnered with several different agencies that are going to provide free food. They're going to provide free flu shots. We're going to have free toys to give away, free clothes, as well as coats, and also Santa Claus will be there to take pictures with the children. The only thing that we need you to do is show up. Those families that are in need of these items can just come.
All right. Well, listen, Ask the Messengers is again teaming up with the Detroit Police Department for the 6th annual Bridging the Gap coat giveaway. We want to see you there on Saturday.
After receiving a delinquent property tax bill for the 2 lots connected to my home, I was concerned. I didn't even know that I had a past due bill. I went down to the Wayne County Treasurer's office, and the staff worked with me to keep my property out of foreclosure.
My property taxes became delinquent after I fell behind on my bills. Treasurer Sabri and his staff came to the town hall in my city and provided information about resources available to help me. At the meeting, I found out about payment plan options.
Let us help you. Our goal is 0 owner-occupied properties getting foreclosed and going to the auction. Come down to our office at 400 Monroe in downtown Detroit on the 5th floor. Call 313-224-5990 during our normal business hours from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and until 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays. Or email textinfo@waynecounty.com for assistance. Take the first step. Contact our office today.
It worked for us.
Do you need a banner, brochure, or business cards? What about posters or funeral programs? No matter what your design and printing needs are, R&L Color Graphics can help. R&L Color Graphics has been serving the metropolitan area for more than 25 years and has also been honored to be the official printing partner for the Aretha Franklin Family Foundation. So if you're looking for an official Aretha Franklin funeral program, tribute item, or custom design job, give us a call at 313-345-3838 or visit us on the web at rnlcolor.com.
What was your drug of choice?
Heroin.
My addiction is opiates, heroin, and crack cocaine.
Heroin.
Basically, it was alcohol.
My drug of choice ended up cocaine, crack cocaine.
I am in recovery myself, 25 years. However, I got 25 years out there drinking up, smoking up, and shooting up.
My drug of choice was alcohol.
Crack cocaine.
Weed.
Cross-addicted, crack, blow, liquor, weed, you name it, I did it.
Cocaine, alcohol, and cigarettes and marijuana.
What was my drug of choices? Alcohol and beer.
I was dual addicted to heroin, crack, pills, anything that made me feel good.
Heroin.
Heroin and crack cocaine.
My drug of choice was crack.
Marijuana.
Heroin, marijuana, alcohol.
Ask the Messengers, the program that deals with substance abuse. Real people telling real stories. Every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. on WMYD Detroit TV 20.
Welcome to Ask the Messengers. I am Pastor Les Lewis, your host. And on today's show, I have with me Neighborhood Police Officer Tonda Owens. She is with the Detroit Police Department, and she's going to talk with us about an initiative in which is called Bridging the Gap. Welcome to the show, Tonda.
Thank you, Pastor Lester.
All right, listen, I just want to get right into this.
Okay.
What do you do as a neighborhood police officer?
Currently, I am a neighborhood police officer at the 8th Precinct. I am currently assigned out to the training center. However, a neighborhood police officer is an officer that's over certain sectors of the city of Detroit, and each precinct has a neighborhood police officer program in it. Our Chief Craig has implemented this program called Neighborhood Policing, and it is a fantastic program within the city of Detroit.
So it helps the police to stay actively involved in the community.
It's something like a liaison between the citizens as well as the police department. What we do, we go inside the community. We help resolve conflicts, anything from vehicles that are abandoned to neighbor conflicts among one another. Our goal is to subdue, if you will, these conflicts or these issues before they reach a 911 call.
All right. And also, you guys have implemented a program entitled Bridging the Gap, in which we're partnering with you to help some of the community. Can you tell us more about that?
I sure will. Several years ago, Chief Craig allowed me to implement Bridging the Gap, so I am the coordinator for that program.
Right. Okay.
And every year we have several events each year, such as Youth Career Expos, Movies in the Park, back to school events, and now this is time for our coat drive.
What is the overall goal of this event?
Well, the overall goal of this event and each event we have is to reach as many citizens as we can. We want to be an assistance to them, especially this time of the year, because we know the need for coats and the need for Christmas is high in the community. So what we're going to do, we're going to have flu shots, we're going to have free food, we're going to have free toys, free clothes, obviously free coats, and also we're going to have Santa Claus there taking pictures with the community.
Oh, they're going to have Santa there too?
Santa's going to be there.
My
Santa's
goodness.
going to be there.
All right.
Yes.
So now, it sounds like there's going to be a lot of people there. Now, can you give us some information as to like the date and time and all that good
Yes,
stuff?
of course. Okay, we're going to do it Saturday, December the 15th, between the hours of 10 and 2. Now, the only thing that we ask is that children come with their parents or guardian, because in order to get access to the items, they have to be supervised.
Okay.
So you can't just drop your
Right,
child off.
You can't just drop the babies off, take pictures with Santa, and then come back and get the toys later.
Absolutely. We're going to need their signatures, for the flu shots and different things like that. So it's very important for them to be supervised by an adult.
Now, have you guys seen a response from the community, a positive response as a result of you being connected in this kind of way?
Yes, we have support. Bridging the Gap has support of the businesses within and around the community. So they help us sponsor and put events like this together, and the outpour is great. The community love it, the business love it, as well as the police department love Bridging that Gap.
All right. Well, listen, thank you so much for being on the show and telling us about the initiative, and we look forward to being a part of this along with the Detroit Police Department, and we want to see you there at the Coat Drive.
Ask the Messengers, the program that deals with substance abuse, real people telling real stories.
I've tried suicide because there were times that I didn't want to get high but didn't know how to stop. I can just remember walking up a street and just wanting to run out in front of a bus. The fear of being judged because I had been judged all my life. Actually, I'm standing at the bus stop waiting on the bus to come up any street. And I just want to jump out in front of it.
Hosted by Pastor Lester Lewis, co-host Charlize Wilkerson and Leroy Carey. Produced by David Humphreys. Where there is addiction, there is a chance for recovery. We're trying to help save lives on Ask the Messengers.
Coming up on Ask the Messengers, Mayor Fouts of Warren with who he feels are mostly at risk and how they are fighting the big drug companies and some possible solutions to the opioid epidemic.
Some people say you ought to go after doctors. Some people say you ought to go after the hospital. Some people say you ought to go after drug dealers. But if you really want to get to the matter, you have to cut the head off of the snake.
Come inside the Hall Stars Business Center for all your business printing. We offer mailbox rental, computer and internet rental, notary services, send and receive faxes, and more. Come inside Hall Stars for all your mailing and shipping, domestic and international. We offer same-day printing and postcard flyers starting at $5. Check out our website at hallstars.com, Hallstars with a Z, or call us at 313-342-4145.
Welcome, Judge Mathis. Thanks for coming to share an important message with the Wayne County taxpayers.
Well, thank you for allowing me to help. You know, most of my life I was a resident of Wayne County, and so I'm here to help because Treasurer Sabri wants to work with Wayne County homeowners to keep families in their homes and prevent foreclosure.
If you're having trouble making your property tax payments, let us know. We have many resources to help.
Take the first step towards staying in your home by going down to the Wayne County Treasurer's office on the 5th floor of the International Building in Greektown.
Stop by today to learn more about our payment plans and especially the newly extended interest rate reduction program.
Already in the payment plan? It's important you stay in good standing.
Making property tax payments is now easier than ever. We have placed payment kiosks in Rite Aid stores and community centers across the county. We've also added kiosks in our offices. Contact us at 313-224-5990 or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com.
This holiday season, Ask the Messengers is teaming up with the Detroit Police Department Bridging the Gap Initiative 6th Annual Coat Giveaway. I'm here today with Neighborhood Police Officer Tonda Owens. Can you tell us about the initiative, the coat giveaway?
Yes, this year we're doing our 6th annual coat giveaway Saturday, December the 15th between the hours of 10 and 2. We're going to have it at the Detroit Metropolitan Police Department Training Center, which is located at 60 50 Linwood. This year we've partnered with several different agencies that are going to provide free food. They're going to provide free flu shots. We're going to have free toys to give away, free clothes, as well as coats, and also Santa Claus will be there to take pictures with the children. The only thing that we need you to do is show up. Those families that are in need of these items can just come.
All right. Well, listen, Ask the Messengers is again teaming up with the Detroit Police Department for the 6th annual Bridging the Gap coat giveaway. We want to see you there on Saturday. Changing an addict's life and providing support to the addict's family is the goal of the Live Right Recovery Corp. The program offers free weekly yoga classes every Thursday and free automotive maintenance training every 2nd and 4th Thursday. And on December 22nd, the Forgotten Harvest Food Bank will be available at 9 a.m. Live Right also accepts donations of cars, trucks, boats, and campers in any condition. For more information, go to their website at liverightstructurecorp.com or call 586-217-5899. Life's short. Live right.
Hi, I'm LaShawn.
And I'm Charlize.
And we're from
Ask the Messengers.
Happy holidays to you and your family.
And remember, you don't have to use no matter what.
On today's show, we have with us a very distinguished guest. He is the mayor of the city of Warren, Michigan. We have with us Mayor James Fouts. Mayor, you began to tell us about how you are addressing and how you're approaching the actual companies that started this whole opioid epidemic.
Right. Some people say you ought to go after doctors. Some people say you ought to go after the hospital. Some people say you ought to go after drug dealers. But if you really want to get to the matter, you have to cut the head off of the snake.
Yes.
With all due respect to the pharmaceutical companies, the snake is the pharmaceutical companies. They've been pushing these drugs. Some people would say they're the #1 drug pusher for the last 20, 30 years. And they've been saying it's safe and it's wonderful and all this. So ultimately, they are responsible for their actions. So at any rate, that's the decision we made. And we think that ultimately to solve this, we need to go after the big pharmaceutical companies. And I think it's the equivalent of going after the tobacco companies. I think the settlement with the tobacco companies was, I believe, $300 billion, a lot of money. I think there might be even more with the pharmaceutical companies. So,
all right.
We'll see on that.
Well, Mayor, listen, obviously you have, again, a lot of challenges as mayor.
Right.
But what would you say is your greatest challenge as you face this epidemic during your time in office?
I think the problem is everybody knows it's a problem, but nobody necessarily wants to acknowledge it or do something about it. And that's why we also have started the Church Police City Partnership. And I think if we want to solve a problem like this, we need individuals like yourself. We need the churches. Yes, you as a pastor have a strong, powerful pulpit to help people out. And people may not go to police, they may not go to their teacher, they may not go to their boss, but they will go to you. So I think churches play an extremely important role in helping people out. And so that's why we started the Church Police City Partnership. And I think the police and the city works with people and with schools to solve this problem.
It is obvious that you see that the community is essential in the process of making sure that the connection is there, that it's not just the city's job or the job of the government, to the city government to take care of this problem, but everyone has a role to play in this.
And the important thing is that if you have a child, your son or your daughter or whoever it is that has a addiction problem, you need to treat them with love and concern and above all else support. And that's where the church comes in. Yes. You can provide the necessary support. As I indicated to you before, I've read a lot on this, and most people who are not able to get help or who go through, and by the way, I know people who spent tens of thousands of dollars taking their son or daughter or husband or wife or whoever to an expensive drug rehab thing. I know one former department head of mine spent $400,000 and his daughter is still addicted. It takes more than medicine to make a person better. It takes strong support. So if the individual has strong support and love, they can beat this. But if they choose to do it on their own, it'll be very difficult.
Right.
But it has to be the support. That's why I admire individuals like you, pastors, religious leaders, because I think you are the most powerful tool to overcoming this problem of addiction.
Yes, right. Well, obviously your city is quite diverse. You have a lot of different ethnicities and different communities here. Do you notice that, are there one particular area more than another impacted by substance abuse?
I don't know that I can identify a particular area. This is so overwhelming that it takes in all races, all nationalities, and almost all ages. But I would say my concern is with young people. I think the age group that's most likely to get involved with this is probably late teens to 20s and 30s. But we do find people. We had one individual who had OD'd and the police saved the other day. He was 49 years old. So I guess you can't stereotype and say there's a particular age or a particular group, but in general, I think it tends to be younger people more than older people. And I think our older high school kids, college students, are seriously at risk for this because it's something that people do and they have a cavalier attitude about it. And I do like the idea of say no to drugs. It's a corny thing. I do like the idea of making sure doctors and hospitals are well aware of what they're doing. And I think we ought to also push that if you have pain, let's not immediately go to an immediate fix. Sure. Let's look at other ways to handle and control pain.
I'm coming on 3 months sober.
14 years clean. A year clean.
I have 16 years clean.
I'm Leroy Carey. I have 28 years clean.
We invite you to come and be a part of any of our meetings that we have at our facility. The information is there on the screen. We have 2 weekly meetings, one on Wednesday, the other on Friday. We would be glad to have you, and with open arms, we will receive you. Back with me is Ashley Greasert from Premier Supportive Services. We are partnering with Premier Supportive Services to do a Adopt a Child holiday giveaway. Once again, Ashley, can you give us that information one more time about the date and how people can participate in this event?
If you would like to donate, you can call me at 313-345-3668. You can also email me at agreasert.askthemessengers@gmail.com, or you can drop it off at 17555 James Cousin, Suite 2.
One of the things we are so excited about here at Ask the Messengers is that we are not just part of telling you what's going on, we also want to be part of the solution to bring help to you. One of the things that the Bible tells us, and during this holiday time, we want to make sure that we are giving and taking care and helping others. The Bible says, give, and it shall be given unto you. Pressed down, good measure, shaken together, running over, shall God give unto you. And so as we give, we realize one thing, that God is also giving back to us. We want you to have the best of holidays, and don't forget, we are trying to help save lives here at Ask the Messengers.